Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Strixhaven. Sorry for the sound issues. Yeah, still really working that out. I hate it. But, I am Evia, the streamer and dungeon master. Hello. Hi, welcome. We are joined by some guy, Mesa Spades, and Kyo. How are you guys doing this week? Hopefully better than me.
I don't know. How are you doing?
Depressed.
A little rough, but
Really
it's all right.
sad.
You'll manage, I'm sure.
I know.
Most weeks.
Really wish I was working. But, other than that, I'll somehow manage. As long as I don't enact Plan Z. Alright,
Rick,
so.
see.
What was that?
Drake Cube Z.
Yes, that is Tracker Ball. Although I will say that I'm very happy that the live D&D games will be coming back soon.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Yep. What clinched it for my buddy is the fact that we all have to wear a mask, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
I mean, his mom doesn't have to know. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Now, still keep the mask on.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so a little bit of cleanup from last session. So, I forgot, but what the map you're currently looking in front of you is the central campus of the Biblioplex, where you guys are spending your entire first year at.
Yep.
So
I don't know which building we're in, but we're in one.
The Biblioplex is here, right in the middle. The Archway Commons is right here. The Fire Jolt Cafe is over here. Over here's the Bow's End Tavern. Over here is the Aerojaunt Field. And over here is Strixhaven Stadium. Honestly, 1 second, I'll just make this easier for everyone. I don't know why it's not going to show the players this anyways. Bam. There we go. Much better. Now you know where everything is.
Very useful.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's a fairly large campus. And this is just one out of 6.
Indeed. Each line of trees leads to another one. I think they're trees. They look like trees.
They could be trees. Also, just a little quick thing here. Got some handouts. First of all, here's the campus map, which you guys should see. It is fairly large. And it's your curve with the trees. Yeah, so trust me, Strixhaven is freaking massive.
Indeed. Almost comically so.
Well, when you literally run entirely on magic, you can be as funny as or as crazy as you can. Also, totally didn't realize this, but apparently I didn't have to read off the scavenger notes. I could have just given them to you.
You know, that might have worked better.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh well.
You live and you learn.
Or you don't.
Many people you don't.
You know, if history is to be, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It just repeats itself.
unfortunately. Oh, all right. So, everybody got their character sheet up?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, to channel my disappointment.
Everybody ready to bully Yosef into doing things?
Yes.
I'm fine with whatever we decide.
Okay.
I just see a double nat 20 out the corner of my eye. Oh, it's from Tyria. They survived an ancient sapphire dragon.
I mean, that implies we actually did anything to it.
I mean, you technically did. You just left it all to Kevril.
Lucky
Anyways,
drag.
anywho, so we last left our trio getting used to campus life. They raced some toads, which transformed and nearly killed them. Eco ate a frog, whereas Gulliver's frog, the champion Violet, won. And after that, they studied and took a test. Unfortunately, Yosef, who had a fantastic study session, freezed up and failed his test. Whereas Gulliver eked by, and Eco, who cheated, passed with flying colors.
That's life.
So make sure that you two have student dice in those proficiency checks, your ability checks. Kyo, you get 2, or Mace, you get 1. And Sume, you get none. It should be on your report cards.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, make sure you guys have your report cards.
Yep, I'm
I
looking
have
for
that
it
up to
right
the
now.
side.
And all three have decided to check out the live action roleplay club, but there are also many more clubs to potentially try that they are unsure about or don't know they exist. Real quick.
Do hope we can find something that interests you two as well.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I need to study more.
Nah, you'll be fine next test. I'll teach you my ways.
Can you guys hear the music? Because I can't.
We can.
I can hear it.
Extracurricular helps feed a hungry mind.
Or you just learn how to cheat.
What?
That is one way to use your mind.
Yes.
Not the most.
I literally cannot hear the music on my own.
You had layered music for a second there.
Yeah, I know.
For some reason, it didn't start until I clicked on the music tab.
Oh.
Strange.
I blanked. Forgot there was a music tab. Interesting.
Well, hopefully everybody can hear it.
Oh,
Now, this is going to be a very silent session.
Sounds like we can hear it on Twitch, I think.
Oh, there it is.
Really shouldn't cheat. It's not a good thing to do.
But it's efficient.
There are many people that have deemed it necessary to cheat to very well eat.
Yosef doesn't argue any further.
Morality is what's called into question.
Alright, so in the following days, In your classes, Gulliver, Eco, and Yosef. For your basic magical auras, apparently your gem dragonborn teacher was only a substitute teacher, as your actual teacher, Verelda Lang. Wait, sorry, Ruxa has finally made an appearance. One second, where's faculty? There's fellow students. I swear to God, I had this. Students. I'm sorry, you guys could just talk right now.
Was that Yosef? I believe you were trying to say something.
No, nothing important. Nothing important at all.
Have you put any thought into what club you would like to join?
Found it!
Uh,
Alright, so
I
Ruxa
don't know.
is a bipedal brown bear.
okay.
That is your actual teacher for basic magical auras.
Makes sense.
And before you ask, he is a man. He has stated that. And so, I am sorry for being absent for the first week of class. Hopefully the substitute was adequate in teaching everybody basic magical auras. I will be picking up. In fact, I have talked with the other teachers that we will be doing a group projects.
Yes, he's visibly concerned.
So in this case, your groups are predetermined already. And your project is pick a spellcasting school, describe its aura, and how it can be utilized in various situations. As for your groups, as he magically writes on a chalkboard, Yosef, Eco, and Gulliver, you three are in a group.
Well, that's
Nice.
convenient.
It would appear it's us three again.
So, what school do you like?
I would say the one that I am most familiar with would be enchantment.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, let's go with that one.
A close second being evocation.
Okay.
How about you, Eco?
Well, I'm not that familiar with the schools right now. I thought too much about sandwiches.
I don't think there's a school of sandwiches.
It would be nice, though.
That's culinary.
Conjuration.
Although,
Oh, yeah.
if there was a spell to kind of bring forth a sandwich, I would imagine that'd be in Conjuration School of Magic.
But can you eat that one too?
I mean, if it's properly conjured, maybe?
Yeah.
Look at the cleric spell list.
It won't taste good, but you can indeed eat it.
Isn't that coffee thing you had conjuration?
That would make for an excellent example.
Oh, true. I still have this one. Aiko just pulls out a bottle of boundless coffee. I almost forgot about this.
That would make
Guys,
for.
anyone want some coffee?
I'm not certain of what the policy is here for food and drink in class.
It's like college.
If they don't notice you, everything is legal.
If you don't disrupt it, they don't care.
Both are correct. I
My
mean,
college is particular about drinks in the classroom.
oh man, my welding class, literally blueprint reading was from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. We had a monotone voiced teacher. Everyone had some form of caffeine bottles to keep us awake. Some had two. And I'm not talking like soda, I'm talking full-blown energy drinks.
Until you see that one kid just with a syringe, just putting it inside, like, directly into the veins.
I do actually know an evocation spell.
Well, count me curious, Joseph. Please.
It's dangerous, so I can't do it now.
Well,
So,
we don't. Oh, go ahead.
Which magic class are you guys focusing your study on?
It sounds like so far everyone's mentioned evocation at least once.
Evocation? Evocation? Evocation?
Yes.
Yusuf will go along with whatever the group decides.
Ah, yes, bully him in. Got it.
You would have said abjuration, but no one wanted that, so.
I do know an abjuration spell. It's just that no one mentioned this.
Since Aiko is not the best at paying attention, he's just rolling along with the others.
Yes. The one with the middling gray.
So it sounds like everybody is going to be focused on the magical aura of evocation.
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Free to roll. Whoever wants to be. You know what? No. Everybody give me an intelligence arcana check. It's just an arcana check. Oh. Oh. Alright, so.
We're great at this.
Does anybody have any student dice in arcana? Because you can roll that.
I do.
I think I do too.
I forgot to change my name.
Okay.
Second, double check last week's quiz.
I think I have insight and arcana.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, you can use 1d4
I have one of them.
for student dice for Arcana, Eco, and Gulliver, and you can add that to your Arcana score. However, you cannot use it for the rest of the day.
Use mine.
Hey, nice. That bumps it up to a 12.
I'll use mine too, but how do I use it?
So,
Yes.
if you look onto your left-hand corner at the top on your little bar, there should be a die.
Just below the ruler, above the question.
Yeah, above the question mark. If you click on it, you can specify what die you would like to roll.
Okay.
Or you can hover over it and then drag to where it says D4.
Otherwise, you can always type into the chat text channel /roll and then the number of dice you want to roll plus D4.
There's like /R space D4.
Yep.
Okay.
So it bumps up from, for Mace, that is a 12, and for Eco, that is a 11. Right, so you have pulled your resources together, studied in the Biblioplex. Unfortunately, not super great. You have deduced that the evocation aura has a specific color. In fact, most magical auras have a specific color. Evocation's color is red.
I can do unlimited detect magic. Does that help at all?
Oh,
No,
Mm.
I'm sorry. But hey,
So the thing.
you now know that if you use detect magic and you see your red for auras, that means it's evocation.
Well, that's useful information. Maybe. Probably not.
And you know that if it is an evocation aura, that means that it is potentially trapped and will explode or freeze. That is your project. You guys turn it into Ruxa.
I suppose we do. Oh no.
Alright, who gets to turn it into the walking, talking bear?
I'll go ahead and deliver it to the teacher.
Alright, Gulliver, you walk up to Ruxa. Yes, I see. The Evocation School has a fine school. Not as good as others, but it is a fine school nonetheless.
It seemed to be the most agreeable school among the three of us.
Yes. If you would like, feel free to join the Quandrix campus later on, and I could definitely teach you three much more about magical auras and whatnot. The basics are deep, and having complete and total understanding can really open your mind to more powerful magics.
Fascinating.
That sounds powerful magic always sounds great. I can make a really big explosion or a really big sandwich out of this.
If you want a sandwich, that's either conjuration or actually making a sandwich.
I imagine illusion would also do the trick if you don't plan on eating the sandwich.
What's the point of making a sandwich if you don't eat it?
To break someone's spirit.
Exactly. You could
I-
fool
That
any
sounds
kind
really mean.
You could fool any kind of being with the correct illusional spell.
There was a time we had gotten someone to speak that was really tight-lipped. That was really, really hungry. They had conjured up a fake sandwich. There were many tears that day.
I can
Anyways,
only
you were
imagine.
saying, Professor?
Well, unfortunately, what you seem to do a adequate job. I give you a somewhat passing grade, but always strive for better studies. If you ever need help, you are more than welcome to ask me or get pointed towards the general direction of more study material in the Biblioplex.
Yes,
Understood.
sort of hunches a little bit.
I look forward to teaching everyone here more throughout this year. I see you may have another class, so good luck in your projects with those.
Much appreciated. Then Gulliver just gives Yosef a pat on the shoulder.
Oh, we have to go, don't we?
Do believe that is the end of this lesson.
The evil library was now on repeat. I was wondering why it was quiet.
That would do it.
Yeah. Alright, let's see.
Did a good job of quiet tension of a group when no one's prepared for it.
Someone roll me a d4.
Rare.
3. Alrighty.
Yeah, looks pretty agreed.
Okay, next up is History of Magic and Art. This has Yusuf and Gulliver. Your teacher is a genasi known as Professor Veyron. Doesn't tell you. It does not tell me what genasi she is, so let's just go with fire, because why not? Okay, let's see. Alright, class, as you may have heard in your previous ones, the teachers of the first years have always done a group project. So, here are the groups, and she writes on the chalkboard with very flowing words. Like, we're talking essentially like calligraphy in terms of fanciness.
Oh, snap, she has calligraphy tools.
Oh, definitely.
His proficiency in it, in fact.
Like a master. And it is immaculate. Like, it is perfection.
We're doomed. Doomed, I tell you.
Doomed.
Okay, so, Yusuf and Gulliver, you were looking around your class and you notice a couple of familiar faces. Some students you know are Rubina Larkingdale and Quintilius Antiphian Melantor III. However, you also see where are my handouts?
Way at the bottom.
Yep. That's Eberron. I don't want Eberron. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Alright, so both of you have noticed a Loxodon who is gauded up with the most... He is very gaudy. He is gold everywhere. He has gold-tipped tusk. And his name, you have learned, is Bedum Rampart Suvige. But he prefers to be called Rampart because no one can really pronounce his name because no one has a trunk.
He's big boy.
Oh,
He's
he
a big boy.
He is
big
the
boy.
big.
Look at that smile.
Well, Yosef finds them all intimidating.
Despite
Especially
being
our-
big himself, Yosef is like, huh. Rampart is fairly jovial and is more than happy to talk about history that he enjoys.
Does he like stonework?
No, actually.
Oh well.
Yeah. And your other student is Tilana Kapule. Kapule? And she looks like this.
Fivey's art is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Easily one of the best things Fivey's usually good at.
Tilana is a human. And just like Rampart, it seems that they both like to talk to each other about chess. In fact, you can see them playing a game at every lunch together. And your groups, Gulliver and Yusuf are in. Your groups are you two and Rubina, whereas Quintilius, Tilana, and Rampart are in the other group. And Professor Veyron's like, now, since for the history of magic and art, I would like you all to pick an artist and write a report on how they managed to infuse their art with magic.
That sounds difficult.
Alright, you guys have 4 artists to choose from. Would you like to know your options?
Please.
Sure.
Alright! First up is an artist known as Inari, famous for Eastern style art with flowing brush strokes. Another is Tyrannicus, a dragonborn painter known for his exceptionally highly detailed draconic art. In fact, he may have even painted a couple of portraits of the dragon leaders of Strixhaven. Alright, time for inserts. Shira Talzard, famous for exquisite pottery. And another tiefling woman known as Bliss Ferncrag, maker of being the progenitor of seductive art on pillows.
Mm-hmm.
So you have those 4 to choose from.
Pillows. That sounds strange.
Yes, I'm crediting my D&D character, the creator of Dakimakras.
Joseph, again, is hesitant to suggest anything.
I am not very knowledgeable about art. Would you have any insight into these artists, Rubina?
Personally, I do more with music than, you know.
You'll have to show me sometime.
Well, Rubina says, truthfully, I am more... I feel like the draconic art is probably for the best. I don't recommend the seductive art on pillows, however. It's a little risque for my taste.
Definitely appeals to a certain audience.
Yes.
Look at the camera.
Bliss knows what she's all about. Yeah, 14. I will say that I have seen art by this Inari person before, and it's very lovely. It might fit our teacher's personality quite well.
That sounds good.
I did notice their flowing handwriting on the chalkboard.
Yes, I hear that she's a professor of perfection in the Prismari campus.
That sounds difficult.
And what of the pottery?
Unfortunately, I do not know much about pottery.
Then that would definitely not behoove us to do a report on that one. I'd probably say, since we would probably know the most about the floating artwork one.
The artist Inari.
Verily.
Okay.
How about you, Yusuf? What do you think?
That's fine. That's just fine.
Just want to roll an insight on you. Let's go, +0. That's a 6. Are you trying to, like, hide your nervousness?
If you're asking if he has a different opinion, he's not staying. I wouldn't say he does in this particular instance.
Alright. So you're just going to go along with the flow. Got it.
Yep. He doesn't actually have an opinion this time.
Alright. Well, I guess the painter Inari it is then. Alright. Feel free to roll an intelligence check. Or a performance check if you have some sort of artistic supplies.
Unfortunately,
I'm going to say intelligence history, if that's cool.
That could also work.
I don't know. I've got an instrument. That's all I got. That doesn't count, does it?
No.
Well. Huzzah!
Yeah, +1.
That's a good roll.
Hey. Alright. The three of you poured all the knowledge you could find in the biblioplex thanks to the mechanical librarians getting the required material for you, and you have learned that the painter Inari definitely infused illusionist magic in their brushstrokes to give the illusion of movements. So it's like looking at a 3D painting if it moved.
Fascinating. I would not have thought to use illusion this way.
I wonder how you bind it so it keeps working. I bet you could do that.
Sorry, not illusion, enchantment. My bad.
Oh. Maybe it has something to do with the material components used in the paint.
Well, I know writing spell scrolls and putting spells into a wizard's book requires specific kind of inks. So that might be the case, says Rubina.
Fascinating.
Yusuf carefully touches his Sham's case. Thinking briefly. But doesn't add anything more.
Well, I believe our report is more or less finished. Shall we turn this into to the professor?
I believe this should be adequate.
I hope so.
Fantastic. Yosef, if you would be so kind as to do the handing in.
Yusuf suddenly looks very nervous, but not.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
I appreciate you, Yosef.
We'll literally be behind you all the way.
Well, I guess it's better that I take a hit than anyone else. And he goes to do so.
Alright, you walk up to Professor Veyron, who definitely is a fire genasi. They have literally flaming hair. Ah, hello there, Yosef. And Rubina and Gulliver. I take it your reports are finished.
Yes, here you go.
I thank you. As she takes the paper. Ah, I see you've picked the artist Inari. That is wonderful. I love the brushstrokes they have done. A little bit chaotic for my liking, but there is some sort of perfection in their enchantments that make their arts work. I am not an artist. Just throwing that out there. I love to fun, but I don't know anything about art. I think this is more than an adequate passing grade.
Oh, good.
I hope you all have a nice day.
I have to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay. looking at the bond boon for Rubina. I'm like, wow, this goes against Yosa's entire character.
Oh.
Alright, so who's next? Well, let's see.
Well, there was Eco's class going on while this was all happening.
Indeed, Eco!
Yes.
It is time for introduction to Archaeomancy.
Aiko just grabs a chair and sits down. And waits for the teacher to come in.
For some reason, I don't have a teacher, even though I should have. Alright, we'll just grab a random one then.
So Aiko just starts dozing off. Again.
Oh, you should not have told me that. Alright. In walks a fairly large orc. And when he walks in, everybody goes quiet. Greetings once more, class. I'm sure you may have heard of me. I am the Dean of Chaos, Professor Plarg.
Aiko just slowly opens his eyes again.
Alright, Aiko, you open your eyes and you see an orc with fairly large tusk, but also wearing a blindfold.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. Now, I have decided to take over this lesson for today, and was told that the first year teachers have decided to do group projects.
God damn it, the other two are not in this class. Who will I be put into a team with? Jesus. Well, time to meet new people.
Well,
Aiko sits straight up.
okay. Aiko on the board, Plarg taps it, and names show up. You are with a familiar name with Aurora Luna Winterstar, and a new name of Larine Arnez. That is what he looks like.
Okay.
Larine is a human with green hair tied up into like side buns, wearing circular glasses, and reading her bio definitely feels like she would get along with Eco.
Perfect.
Maybe. You've known her to be a little aloof to the point of being rude. And you know who Aurora is.
I don't remember.
Okay, no problem.
Oh yeah, the hot one.
Yes, the the hot Dampier. With the piercings. Who's literally a diva.
Perfect.
Yeah. Like, she literally changed her name and appearance to that of her on-stage persona.
Alright, so what was the project about?
The project is to essentially have a study on ancient civilizations across the realms. If that is to your liking.
Huh, do I like that? Well, yeah.
Alright, you are with Aurora and Larine.
Hello, so we meet again. And nice to meet you.
Yes.
Do we actually want to do this project, or talk about something completely else?
I'd prefer not to fail this class, if that is what you were getting at, says Lorene.
I mean, yeah, failing.
Failing is always an option.
Yeah, it's always an option, and it's mostly the easy one. So, well, then let's just get this over with. Which civilization do we want to pick?
Well, I've heard that some faraway realm there was this civilization that fell to an ice devil, whose lord was known as Kodomiro. Shall we work on that one?
I know absolutely nothing about ancient civilizations, so okay, you know more than I do. So I'm happily following you on that one.
I see, says Aurora. Lorene's like, well, alright then, I guess. Roll an intelligence history check if you want. Either straight up intelligence or history check. Unless you're not doing anything, then don't bother rolling. Okay, that's an 8. And that's a 10. And that's a 2. Alright.
You barely did something. You, like, read the title of a book.
Yes.
That sounds boring.
So, Aurora...
And you agree with people.
Sounds like Aiko.
Aurora and Lorene definitely did most of the work. You just... picked your teeth? Your question mark?
You don't have teeth, though!
I know, but that's the best way I could describe it.
Secretly has goose teeth.
They weren't too thrilled that you didn't put any effort into this, unfortunately. So your social link definitely took a hit with both of them. Unless you would like to try to salvage that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Okay. Lorene's like, Eco, it would be really nice if you helped out with this. This is a group project, after all. And Aurora's like, yeah, Eco. The fudge, man.
Okay, just give me a task, and I will do that.
Then could you copy these passages from this tome?
Yes.
Alright.
He grabs passages.
Eco should be pretty good at copying things.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, right?
roll.
Forgery supply.
Yeah, where he was.
That is a question. Do you?
I don't think so.
Okay, give me just a sleight of hand check then. See how well you can copy. Oh boy.
With a full ass copy of the book.
Alright, so you essentially see this large tome about the civilization of the Loxodon King Kodomiro. And you're like, God dang it. I don't want to do this. Describe how well you do this with that low of a score.
I mean, just below average, come on.
Yeah, I
Get some
just.
sloppy handwriting, I bet, right?
Yeah, I mean. My feathers just got in my way, so. My handwriting was not the best in there, and I made some spelling mistakes. But overall, I got, like, the sense of it, with, like, a few plot holes, I guess, but... Yeah, I left out the unimportant stuff, for me unimportant, because, well, I didn't want to write that much, and yeah, Aiko doesn't have the best handwriting, so... You can read it, but some things are not that well readable.
Okay. Well,
Right.
Aurora and Lorene rolled just as bad as you did.
Perfect! We're all terrible at copying
So
shit.
you all turn your your project into Plarg, and you're wondering how he's able to see, because you learn that he is indeed blind, but he somehow runs his fingers over the paper, and these weird bumps show up on it. He's like,
Hey, it doesn't mean our handwriting doesn't matter, haha! As long as the magic can read it, we are fine!
well, I see you have some spelling mistakes, and definitely left out a few key details, but it is a start. Next time, put more effort into this. Good news is congrats, you didn't succeed, but you didn't lower your relationship with Lorene and Aurora.
The most important connections.
That's a little bit more effort, and you would have nailed that D minus.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Ooh, this will be fun. Let's do Arcanobotany next. Eco, you see that you and Yusuf are in the same Arcanobotany class.
Ew,
And
perfect, I'm not alone anymore.
Your teacher is actually the same teacher for your magical physiologies, Verelda Lang. Where are they?
Plants are, you know, alright.
There we go.
They usually don't insult you.
Verelda is actually a dryad, and is a Witherbloom professor of growth. If I didn't do that before. Okay, class. So again, with the group projects, here are the groups. Eco, you are with Shuvardi Glintmantle.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second. I feel like I'm miscounting something. Yeah, you are with Shuvardi Glintmantle and Owlin, who kind of looks a little, who looks like this. Very regal looking.
Bird Squad!
Yeah.
Birds of prey.
Bird up.
Go bird.
Go home.
Or bird go if you prefer.
You've noticed that he is very serene, and is honestly extremely calm, almost emotionalist, but also a very deep thinker. And the other person in your group is, once again, Aurora Luna Winterstar. And for you, Yusuf, you have Bedlam Rampart Suvij and a dryad called Melwiththorn, who is crazy looking.
2 mammals and a plant.
Yeah, that is Melwiththorn.
Just sort of shifts.
She is extremely tall and cuts a very imposing figure, especially the fact that on her head you think are horns, but they're actually branches. But apparently it's a he. That's a the name really threw me for a loop. Same with the character art. But oh well. Triads. Though very calm in demeanor, kind of like you, and is somewhat confused by people rushing around him in haste. But also feels like a fish out of water, because he hasn't been from his grove before. And Verelda's like, okay, class, you all need to either pick a magical plant creature or a magical plant to study. Feel free to write reports on one of them. Okay.
Can't help but look at his partner,
Oh,
Melithor.
I will say this, Melithorn is not a subject matter. That would be a little too easy.
That would be something. Can you write me an autobiography, please?
Oh yes, present your thesis on plant creatures, points to Melithorn. Speak.
Just push Melithorn on the desk.
There we go. As a dryad, you or you could write it on Verelda, because she's a dryad too. Alright, so we'll start with Eco first. Do you want plant creatures or plants?
Plant creatures.
Okay, convince your partners for a plant creature.
Guys, how about we take plant creatures, because creatures are cooler than normal plants. Like, yeah, even if they're magical, but still, like, they can walk around.
Alright, roll me a persuasion check.
That was...
Oh, 19. I was like so focused on looking for 3D dice, I didn't look at it in the chat. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, Eco. I guess we'll do it, says Aurora. And Shivaldi's like, plant creatures are very mystical, that is true. Let us look through the list then, shall we? Alright, so your list, you have 4 to pick from. You have tree ants, shambling mounds, brackish trudge, or a groff.
I'll ask the others what they think is the best creature on this list.
Okay. Shivaldi is like, well, the Groff and Brackish Trudge are part of the Witherbloom campus, so I assume that the college has extensive knowledge on those 2 subjects. How about you, Aurora? What would you prefer? Well, shambling mounds sound terrifying, and treants, from my knowledge, are trees. I vote for the Groff. I've never heard of one, so I would like to know more.
It's the shortest name, and I can remember that one, so we say Groffs.
That's the name. Groff.
Yes. The others I already forgot again, so we'll take Groff.
You know, it's great when you're like this, because it's literally you playing your character.
I know, I am playing my character, hello!
Look, the less that Kyo knows, the better her character is.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I kind of try to make him like that, because I don't remember half the stuff.
But hey, you know what? You know what? This is why you're in college.
The place that I can't... The place I can't even, like, take stuff from real life because I've never been there yet, and it won't feel like an American college either.
Trust me, American colleges are... They're
You're not
okay.
missing much.
But you're not missing much.
They vary a lot.
Yeah, but I can't even draw like from experience because I don't have experience there.
Oh, trust me, I've been to college. None of my college teaching is preparing me for what's in Strixhaven. Thumbs up in tech college. Alright, feel free to give me either... Oh, these are magical creatures. Yeah, give me Arcana checks. Huh. Huh. Oh.
Oh,
Well, the good thing is that Shivaldi is very diligent and got a 13. Aurora, like you, Eco, it's not super intuitive. So, most of this is worked by Shivaldi. And it's literally a summary. They are... A groth is essentially a large plant in the shape of a dog-like being. And it's big enough to swallow people.
Is it legal to hold one as a pet?
No.
It's a large creature.
No. It's not.
I mean, there are large buildings.
Yeah, so take a like a 4-story house and make
Not
that
that
into a creature. Huh?
Not that big.
Okay, fine, 2-story house.
I mean, I'd hold a dinosaur as my pet if I could.
Maybe just...
You know, this is D&D, anything can happen, so if you wanted to give it a try, I will not stop you.
If I find one day.
They are also ravenous carnivores, with, oddly enough, the pest mascots of the Witherbloom College being their favorite food. And unfortunately, that's all you know. And we go jump to Yusuf. Okay, Yusuf, you have the option of magical plant creatures or magical plants. Would you like to ask your group partners what they would like to do?
We'll do whatever you like.
Well, metal thorns. I would prefer plants. I don't know too much about creatures, but magical plants are some of my specialties. Rampart says, yes, I would definitely recommend the plants. They're not
Yes,
as
I will
dangerous.
Yusuf will nod. He agrees.
Metal Thorn is like, if you think plants are not dangerous, then you will not do well in the forest. That may be true, but that's why I'm here to learn about them, so I want to take them for granted. Ain't hard to right, Yusuf. He, like, slams his massive locks of the elephant arm on your back.
Yusuf just stumbles a little bit. And nods.
Alright, so, magical plants. You have 4 options to pick from. Violet fungus, shriekers, gas spores, or campestris. So, Metalthorn, do you think we should let our friend Yusuf here pick? He seems to suffer from a massive lack of confidence. Yes, I think I shall defer to his judgment on this.
Violet fungus sounds, interesting.
Darn. I was hoping for campestris, but violet fungus is okay too. Alright. Actually, I'd like to see if the stats for Metalthorn is actually different. In the standard one, because they are a dryad. Oh, they're the same. Alrighty. Give me a nature check.
Go 0. Not terrible.
Huh. 13. And hey, Meryl got a 19. Alright, so you guys have compiled a very nice and... There we go. Very nice, comprehensive report. You even provided pictures, which is really cool. Of a fungus in the shape of a
L on his
teardrop.
forehead.
Shut up. Among Us cast spore. A purple teardrop mushroom with a whitish stalk with 4 tendrils coming out. You've learned that if anybody goes near it, the tendrils will go out and try to attack the creature to essentially kill them and decompose them to grow more fungus spores. Tyrion knows this because she got touched by them a lot. I also noticed that in the book there is underneath it called the Bad Touch Mushroom.
That sounds terrible.
Yes, I've dealt with some of these before. They are awful, says Meryl Thorne. Rampart's like, I'll be sure to avoid them in the future. And Meryl Thorne, you are correct. I definitely should not underestimate nature.
At least it's usually quiet. Doesn't study shriekers.
Ah yes, the mushroom that'll scream for a very long time. Terry, you hear a mushroom screaming and you don't know why.
Well, she'll just kill them.
Yeah. I was really hoping for the Campestris, because there are singing mushrooms.
Well,
With faces, they're great!
oh well.
That's fine, it's okay. I gave you a choice and you went with a choice. Alright, so Eco, your group meet up with Verelda Lang and Yusuf. You are there too, and you both turn in your reports. Verelda looks at them. This is... Well, this summary about the Gore is short and simple, but to the point. That's fine. As for the violent fungus, this is very informative. Well done.
Yes, it feels mildly better.
Yusuf, your group passed with flying colors. Eco, your group managed to scrape by again. Earning that C student.
Mm-hmm.
And now we go to the final one. Gulliver! In your beginning Incomancy class, your teacher's name is Brina. Brina the Demagogue. She is a Owlin professor of the Silver Quill Professor of Shadow. And her classes are very mesmerizing, and you'll usually find yourself, yeah, sure, I'll definitely do this because it's totally my idea. She seems to be really good at manipulating people. With just her words, you can tell that she is definitely part of the Silver Quill College for a reason. And on your group, you have Shuvardry Glintmantle, the Owlin, and Xanther Bowen again.
Well, the popular kid that we had a nice awkward conversation with.
Yeah, the popular kid who doesn't think who doesn't know he's popular. The Genasi. And your project is picking a first level somatic spell and show how it could be turned into ink, and if being written is stronger than hand signals. Also, I just now found out the groups that I made, so 1 second. Sorry, you do not have Xanther Bowen in your group, you have Lorene Arniza instead. Yeah. Wow, I got all these groups wrong. That's okay.
So
So,
my understanding is that we're to test the efficacy of scroll-based spells versus actually casting them.
Shuvardi is like, I think it's more of writing. More or less, I believe so. I know that incomancy is very particular with how the materials are used. If you use the wrong ink or if you misspell a word, bad things can definitely happen.
Everyone looks at Ego.
Lorene's like, yes, I was in a group with this Arakakra who definitely needed better writing skills, that is for sure. Their copying was inadequate, to say the least.
That's a shame.
Somehow, Eco sneezes.
I don't know. Doesn't sound like anyone I know.
I mean,
This
he's
is
not
right
wrong.
up denial.
He doesn't know you're writing.
Yes.
Alright.
So were there any spells that you lot had in mind for this project?
Hang on, I'm currently filtering them on D&D Beyond.
Mm.
It's taking a time. Well, unfortunately, it seems there are only really 2 spells that are somatic at first level. We have Absorb Elements and Catapult. What do you think, Gulliver?
Were they spells that were solely somatic, or could
Yes.
they have other components?
They are
Okay.
somatic only.
Ah. Fleeing sounds like it would be interesting in a number of given scenarios. Or catapult, sorry. I accidentally shorthanded it.
What'd you call it?
Fling. I went to Pokemon.
Yes, the worst Pokemon moves. Then I learned it doesn't work with Klutz.
Link has its uses on unburdened Pokemon.
Yeah, I remember Hyperion used it on me with Unburdened Holucha. Anyways, so. Well, Absorb Elements is handy, but that's a reaction. Catapult is nice, but it's a little finicky.
And what's your opinion? Ah, okay.
Shivardi also agrees that yes, Catapult seems to be much better, considering that meta-wise, it requires an action, whereas Absorb Elements requires a reaction, so it's much easier to use instead of Absorb Elements.
Would it be disastrous for a spell like Absorb Elements if the scroll was to not work?
Probably, yes, considering that Absorb Elements can mean life or death, and Catapult has its uses. I've seen it used once with a bunch of weapons attached to a weapon rack. It was very effective.
A friend of mine back home had used Catapult in a very interesting fashion. He had lined up a bunch of makeshift towers and catapulted this giant ball at it. And they kind of tallied the score. I don't remember what he called it, though. Weird hobby.
I've made him happy.
I imagine it did.
Alright, feel free to roll a Arcana check.
Oh, kind of checking.
Oh. Hey! One rolled a 2, the other rolled a nat 20. Alright, so unfortunately, Linnea, or Lorene, wrong one, definitely, it doesn't seem to, this does not seem to be working out for her too well. However, you and Shuvardi are definitely picking up her slack, and after several experimentations, you have noticed that a scroll of catapult seems to be much more efficient instead of using it as an actual spell with somatic components. Would you like to turn in your reports?
If there's nothing else we would like to include, I'm going to turn in the report now.
I'm sorry I'm not much help. This doesn't seem to be well for me.
Don't let it get you down. Take it as a learning experience.
Of course. This is school after all. As they say, failure is always an option, unless it brings death. Which can't happen here. Alright, as you turn in your paper to Brina, the Owlin looks down. Ah, yes, very good. Catapult is a very useful spell. And it is nice to see that, once again, the written version of it is much better than the somatic version of it. Thank you. You did a fantastic job. Guys, passed with flying colors. Kind of carried Linnea, but you passed.
Excellent.
And with that, we shall take a break, because the DM really needs to use the bathroom.
So we're having a real break now?
Yeah, this is actually a break now.
Okay.
I will be back in just a moment then.
I botched that. I meant to say, like, miniature towers, but it is what it is. It's nice that each one of us had a class to our own of sorts. Eat and we can chat. More people in the chat now. Okay. Really gotta see about putting some more work into Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy. My buddies are starting to get ahead of me.
Hello, I am back.
Welcome back.
Making darn well sure that I am not muted. I heard Strangers of Paradise. I still don't have that game, but I can't buy any games right now.
I managed to convince Marcus and Steve to get it.
I hear it's stupid.
If you're paying attention to the story, yeah. But the combat's pretty good.
Trust me, when I was watching the trailers, like, oh, this game's gonna be stupid but fun.
Yeah. Koei Tecmo is not used to providing very coherent stories at times.
You say that, but they made Neo.
Yes, but I think they had someone else on writing staff during that. I'm not entirely certain, though.
To be fair, though, that is literally the Sengoku era, and that's
Mhm.
basically just redo history. Got it.
Yeah, just take some artistic liberties while covering the shogunate.
Yeah. It's quite fun. Definitely recommend. I played it with Salik on Thursday.
I made it a certain way in, and then I forgot who I was playing it with, but they had just dropped the game entirely. I'm like,
If you,
well, guess I'm done.
I will play with you.
I have too much on my plate to beat yet. I still haven't beaten Elden Ring with any of my characters yet.
We haven't played it since that one time.
We can play again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna consider changing up how I was building Ronick.
I mean,
He's still gonna have the same stats and everything, but I'm definitely not going double flail, as silly as it was.
yeah. I like the whips, but I don't know if I want to keep with it.
I found a helmet that is excellent for with double whips aesthetically.
Really?
Yes, the squids you find on the beach,
Uh-huh.
they can drop as a hat, as a helmet.
Oh.
So you can be an Eldritch Warrior.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's got a nice blackness to it that matches with the set you can get
Like,
when you beat the guy that invades you at the round table.
I have not gotten that far.
You don't have to get particularly far. You just have to jump over the railing in the round table. And when you come down there, you get invaded the first time. After beating them, then you get invaded again.
I'll go back.
Welcome back, people.
Thank you.
Congrats, you guys survived group projects to get to know the students a bit better. Fun fact, none of that was in the book.
Nice.
Yeah, so basically, here's what this is. A short while after their physiologies exam, a couple of days pass. I'm like, that's not going to work.
A couple of days pass.
So, like, no. The way this book has been going so far, none of you guys have really been interacting with the students, so I'm taking a lot of liberties with that.
That's fine.
Also, I'm definitely taking consideration of Sume's feedback from the last game. Besides, now you guys can actually start earning relationship points with the students.
Almost messed that up at the start.
Yeah.
Just negative out the gate.
Well, the good thing. Well, I can't say anything more about that one.
I have really terrible rolls today. It's amazing. We were doing a mount farm before, and I think 4 mounts dropped, and I think 6 people needed the mounts. I was not one of them. Of the ones who got one.
Dang.
Yeah, it's the last dragon I need. Sad.
I'm looking forward to 6.1 this coming Tuesday. I'm happy I get to play on launch day during the day, but I hate the fact of the reason why I'm able to do that. Still, yeah. Which, by the way, Sumi, I got the timeline up and finished.
I saw.
Yeah, 3 months have passed. And wow, you guys have been in Underdark for a month.
Sure feels that way.
Uh-huh. No one's died yet.
Well, no, that's not true.
Fine, no player character has died yet.
Also not true.
That was currently in the Underdark.
I was about to say.
And that.
Yeah, rest in peace, Finmers.
And Careful died.
That, oh right, yeah, Careful got his head smashed.
He got better.
He did.
But, you know, he died.
Good news is no one important got hurt.
Well,
Carefully sweeps the body under the rug.
well, a queen died, so someone important did get hurt.
Remember, kids, context is everything.
Yeah, unless you're Liam from Andromeda. I love how he is basically the whole... My chat has decided that everything that went wrong in Andromeda is all Liam's fault.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
First time those rocks are floating. Chat. No! It's almost like we're on another planet, Liam. Hey, first contact with alien species. What do we do? Make nice. Alright, he's gonna kill him. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Dang it, Liam!
Oh, Liam.
Anyone get to watch Its Face with Markiplier?
I have
Nope.
not. I don't really watch Markiplier.
It was pretty entertaining. It's a kind of choose your own adventure style video.
I've been catching up on the shadows we cast. That's been entertaining. I like how Monty's character's like, I have a horse now. It's a skeletal horse, and its name is Calcium.
Of course it is.
It wasn't there. It's like, no! Where's my calcium? I'm calcium deficient! I'm like, oh god, yes. It's great. She's playing a Yanti who's essentially Hasrod, but a mage. It's like, yeah, I woke up today, I took nothing but support spells. I wasn't expecting combat. With 5 whites.
He'd add some red to that, some color theory.
There was red, it was just blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the usual.
Alright. Everybody back and ready to continue with the stuff that's now book related.
Sure.
Awesome.
Back to the book again. Then what?
How about you, Kyo?
What?
Oh,
You ready?
Yeah.
hey.
Alright. So. You three are currently milling about around the central campus. When all of a sudden you hear whoops of excitement fill the air. Apparently it's... You over here is like, hey, it's 6 p.m! Bo's in Tavern is open! Let's freaking go!
Do we have
A...
any work tonight?
Huh?
Do we have any homework tonight?
Rosie...
And who cares? Even if we had some, we wouldn't do it, right? They're partying or something. Let's go there.
Rose is like, yeah, let's go. I heard they finally got some wizard gizzard machines in there. You gotta come play with us.
Wizard. Gizzard?
Yes.
What's that?
Looks.
That's exactly
You
what
said looks at Iku.
That's exactly what it's called. I'm sorry.
Yes, but I know he wouldn't be familiar with that, though.
Alright. So
Let's just go and check it out.
I shall bring you to the map.
I guess
The map.
nothing
The
important
map.
going on.
No, Yosef, you can't get out of there. You come with us and go party.
He hangs his head and he's just
I could just drag him along.
Oh, she's not there. I could have sworn I put it there. Oh, well. Just do it for flavor. Alright. So, on the tavern's patio, there are 3 student mages with brightly colored hair singing a jaunty tune as they pluck at dulcimers as a crowd heads in that direction towards it. Bow's Head Tavern is Strixhaven's most popular late night hangout. It opens from 6 p.m. and closes at 11 p.m. on class nights and 2 a.m. on weekends. The tavern is a squat but comfortable looking building. Its gleaming wooden exterior carved in overlapping Strixhaven star motifs. The interior is dim and cozy, if a tad loud, featuring rich mahogany floors and well-worn furniture of oak and black leather. Live musical acts often set up on the tavern's patio, including performing groups made of students and faculty and staff alike. So I need to go and switch to different music. Now this works. That's not it. Alright, so as you walk in, there are some tall ceilings. They're about 20 feet high. You see several students gathered around. You see Mellowthorn, Ramparts, Quintilius, and that's all the ones you really know. Oh, and Tilana. At the counter is a Owlin who seems a bit older. Hang on 1 more second. Let's see. Oh, you're actually on the patio. Not bad.
Go in.
There we go. Now you're indoors. And, yeah. Basically, some students are milling about. You have seen the person at the, at the bar who's currently working. His name is Javinesh Stoutclaw. It looks like this.
I do believe he saw him during scavenger hunt.
He actually didn't.
No?
Nope. He wasn't there. And, you know that he is a softball player. And a fairly good one. I would say at this time you guys are probably hungry, and there is a menu.
There's a menu. Let's go, boys. We need some food.
Yes.
I hope they have chili sauce on. I don't know. I don't care what. Best would be a sandwich or something, but I just want something hot.
This music's jazzy.
Yes.
Alright, so the menu. Water is free. Coffee, cola, or tea is 1 copper piece. Premium fare is 4 copper pieces. Caster's stew is 2 silver pieces. And Curtie's special is 2 silver pieces.
What's special?
What's in the special?
I'm looking at that.
Okay.
It does not say. So, do you ask what the special is?
Yes.
Alright, so the special is whatever Chef Curtie is currently cooking, which apparently is a Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
Nope.
Best I got.
Steak sandwich.
That's the
Perfect.
best I got off the top of my head right now.
It's whatever the chef is laying around in the kitchen.
You joke, but that is
Like
literally her personality.
Whatever the garbage is that I have in the kitchen. Perfect.
She uses hunches and passion to cook instead of precision or science.
I mean, I'll try the special. I'll try the special. In case I still have a bottle of hot sauce, I'll just throw some stuff on there so I don't taste anything
Alright,
anymore.
1 Curtie special, Yusuf, and
Yes.
Oliver, what would you like?
Tea, I suppose.
Just tea?
Yeah.
Alright, 1 copper piece. The curry special is 2 silver pieces, Eco.
Yes.
And Yosef, what would you like?
I'll get the special and just some water to drink.
Alright, that is 2 silver pieces.
Do they have alcohol too?
They do not.
God damn it.
It's a school.
What kind of party is this?
This isn't a party. This is a tavern. In a school.
You able to break for change? I don't seem to have anything smaller than a gold piece.
They can break it, no problem.
Alright. After taking that out, how much are you giving me change-wise?
Well, 10 silver equals 1 gold, 10 copper equals 1 silver.
So you end up with 999 if you got 10.
Trust me, I have to knock down my platinum and gold pieces a lot as Bliss. She doesn't have much silver on her.
You want me to give you a giant chest full of copper that's really not
You
worth
said
much but weighs a ton?
2 silver?
Yes, the
Okay.
the tea is 1 copper.
1 copper.
Curty special and Caster stew is 2 silver pieces.
Okay. So,
Alright, so
the
that's
casters
2.
over.
That's 2 Curdy specials. Alright, you see Javanish go, alright, order up. Curty, we need 2 Curdy specials on the double. Alright! Hear a feminine voice in the background. We need to make it spicy and it needs more love!
Spicy?
More rum? That sounds fantastic.
Love.
Okay.
Favorite rum anyhow?
But spicy also sounds very good.
Alright, so after a couple of minutes, Eco and Yosef, your sub sandwiches come out and they are thick.
Oh yes.
We're talking
That's exactly what I needed right now.
we're talking at least 2 C's, and that's just the bread alone.
Ooh.
That's a lot of bread.
That's
Well-
a lot of meat and cheese. Eco,
Well, yes.
Eco, yours actually has peppers on it and some kind
Ooh.
of sauce.
Nice.
Yosef,
I hope it's hot
yours
sauce.
is just yours looks fairly plain.
You
And
just grab.
You got your tea, Cultivar.
you just get your tea. Ego just grabs the sandwich and starts like
Alright,
jerking
I
it
need a
down.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'm convinced by roulette.
Yosef eats a little more carefully.
We'll get to you in a second.
Where is Constitution? God damn it.
Should be on the left in a little box that says saving throws.
Yep. Oh, there. Oh, yes. I'm totally rolling today.
You choke!
Alright! You take one bite, thinking, yeah, this probably isn't that spicy. I'll just put hot sauce on it later. It is exceedingly spicy. We're talking at least potentially, this sauce was made out of pure ghost pepper,
Oh, shit.
combined with habaneros.
Oh, shit.
And you open your beak and a gout of fire spews out of it.
Oh, shit. That was way hotter than I expected.
Tilana and Rosie next to you go, holy moly!
Looks a little concerned.
Never seen another
First fight.
fire, I guess.
Eco, I didn't know you had a breath weapon.
Go ate its pepper and got dragon fruit. Yep.
What? That was
You
way
are,
more spicy than I expected.
your tongue is numb.
Well,
Yosef, you bite into your sandwich. Right when Eco bit into his.
Okay.
It tastes like a plain cheese sandwich. Despite the fact that there's meat, all you can taste is cheese.
He doesn't mind. He likes cheese.
And you see Eco like head down the table, panting like, "Oh! Water!"
Gulliver will offer some of his tea.
Eco, do you take the tea?
I'll just take water over my head.
Japanese gives you a cup of water. You okay there, friend?
just takes the water and splashes it in his face.
Oh! Alright.
All over the counter.
Are you up for a second bite?
Yes.
Alright, give me another con save with disadvantage. Alright, you're not blowing fire, but man, the numbness in your tongue seems to be helping the feeling with the heat.
You know, I was hungry. You can't help it.
We just see some steam coming out of your bird nostrils.
Yeah, there is steam. He has tears running down his face, but he
Turned
is
into a crying dragon.
championing this out.
Yes. You know,
Enjoying
eating
it.
it casually.
Eco,
Wondering if he did something right or wrong in this case.
Eco, you see Yosef enjoying his sandwich perfectly fine.
Hey, do you want some hot sauce?
Yosef shakes his head.
I
Not
can
even
feel
that.
pressure into this.
You can't feel pressure after those failed saves.
I know my rolls today are not good enough for this.
Eco, do you eat one more bite?
Yes.
Alright, Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. And,
It's getting better.
Oh, look at there you go.
oh man,
Okay.
it's working! I can't feel my face, so it's gotta be working!
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, at this point I don't feel anything anymore, so let's just continue eating because I'm hungry, but yeah, I can't stop that water running out of my eyes. God
You
damn it, my nose starts running too.
You have to say, after all the heat, it's a really good freaking sandwich. Unfortunately,
It's
you got
true.
1 point of exhaustion.
Disadvantage on all checks.
Yep.
Where do I put that?
It's in the middle.
I have to.
There's like a
I
drop
don't think
down
I
maybe?
configured her sheet to have that.
Nope, mine doesn't, so I guess not.
Yeah.
Okay.
One sec. Let me do that real fast.
Look a little worse for wear there, Ego.
It was worth it. It was all worth it in the end. It's a damn good sandwich. It could use some more frog on it though.
You do have frog.
And you just see Gulliver's eyes twitch.
Okay. You should have exhaustion level underneath
Good.
your hit dice and death
Ah,
dice
yes.
now.
Good thing none of us have any frogs with us.
You want to put that at 1.
Yes.
And I'll do it for Gulliver and Yusuf as well.
I got
What?
Show exhaustion tracking. It's a nice little setting that people don't really know that it's an actual thing.
Yeah, neat.
Yeah.
I might have to get that setting to my printouts.
Ah, good. Alright, so yes, Eco, you have a disadvantage on skill checks
Perfect.
until you take a rest.
Just passes out at some point.
Alright. So, as you're eating, you see that some of the tables and chairs on one side of the tavern have been shifted to create a large rectangular open space. On the south side of the space, a single table stands flush against the wall. On it are a few strange-looking boxes with funnels protruding from them at an angle. 20 feet opposite the table, a small bucket rests on the floor. Rosie is like, "Hey guys, you want to play some Wizard Gizzard?"
Sure, I just have no idea how to play it.
Oh, it's real simple. Don't worry, we'll explain.
Okay, I'm in.
No. Nothing's
Oh, come on,
to attack
Yusuf.
us, is it?
Huh?
Nothing's going to attack us, is it?
I don't think so.
I mean, our luck so far.
Games have not been ending in a very safe manner.
Yes,
But they were fun.
Okay, so the devices on the table are called Wizard Gizzards. Instructors use them to help student mages practice their aim with magical rays. When a character strikes the top of a Wizard Gizzard, it shoots a spear made of magic out of its attached funnel. The spear dissipates whenever it touches anything, a ray, a creature, or a hard surface, for example. So it's completely safe.
So basically, it's like Duck Hunt.
These minor magic items have a short lifespan, and as they age, they begin to emit loud clucking noises when they shoot their spears. Students' spears begin to look like gizzards, hence their name. Every term, students could collect cast-off wizard gizzards that have grown too unpredictable for classroom use and then use the wizard gizzards in a game of the same name. This seems to be the first time the event has been played here in the tavern. Alright, so Javanish is like, "Alright, since this is the first night of having Wizard Gizzard, I will happily have a prize."
So, what do we do?
One second. He holds up a bag. If you guys would like to roll a Arcana check on it to see what it is, go ahead. Kyo, you would have disadvantage on this. It was a very exhaustion.
Right. Yes, okay.
Yosef, you know what that is.
Oh, do I?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Gulliver, not so much.
Hey, you go, Mike.
Eco knows. Eco and Yosef, you recognize that as a gray bag of tricks.
Oh, that has like creatures in it, sort of.
Yeah.
The
Like
party thought
pets?
they had it in rhyme.
It's essentially, yes. You know that a bag of tricks depending on the color, has different kinds of creatures inside.
I get the feeling it's a bad idea.
I get the feeling this is the best idea we had today.
Definitely a better idea than that sandwich.
Hey, we're not talking about the sandwich. It was delicious. It had a bit of a spicy aftertaste.
Alright, so who wants to play this game?
I want to.
Alright,
Yes,
I'll
I'm
play.
pressured into doing it.
Yes, Yusuf, come on.
Alright, Yosef is being pressured in. I will say you could just either encourage or heckle a participant if you would so choose.
Huh.
So you don't have to participate, but you can if you want.
Yeah,
I want to.
Gulliver will play.
Okay,
Echo Bill.
and Yosef gets peer pressured into playing. Got it.
Yes. Pretty much like every time we do something.
Alright, so the game is simple. Lob a spear from the wizard gizzard and have it land inside the bucket on the floor. The character who lands the most spears in the bucket during 1 minute wins. Alrighty.
Okay.
Sume, I would like some assistance on this because this still confuses me.
Oh.
So for everyone who wants to play, I need a Dexterity Arcana check.
Ah. Well, doing this in Roll20 is a little complicated. Not hard. Basically, you apply proficiency if you have it, and then use the ability score here. You can, I believe, in the character builder, you can change it so that I thought you could.
Yeah, this mechanic really confuses me.
So it's a roll on dexterity using Arcana modifier if you are proficient?
Yep.
Huh.
If your Arcana is checked, add +2 to your dexterity check.
I am not.
So it's basically a D20 plus 2.
So since I don't have anything on Arcana, just
Great
roll.
Your old dexterity. I do not.
Okay. Oh, that's a save.
Roll, yes. Oops.
Oh.
Nope.
Ooh.
Alright. So unfortunately, Gulliver and Yosef, you don't get as many balls in. Gulliver, you get 3 balls in. Yosef, you get 2 in. Eco, you actually managed to get 6 balls in. And Sue's like, yeah, woohoo! Oh man, I've never seen anybody get that many balls inside the bucket before.
And you're drunk.
Oh wait, yeah,
Nice.
you have disadvantage, but it doesn't matter because you have double salt 20. Nice. And with that, you get the Bag of Tricks Gray item.
Ooh.
As
Now you
generous,
can have friends.
I believe the winner of this Wizard Gizzard match is Eco.
Yes.
Here is your prize.
Yosef claps politely.
What do you mean choose your prize? I thought.
No, here's your prize.
Claim.
Oh, here. Thank you.
Alright, so yeah, later on I'll put the Bag of Tricks in your inventory.
Yes.
It's a fun item. We haven't used it in Rhyme because I don't remember who has it.
Hi, Bogey.
Ah. Oh, you can. Alright. And I will say that since this is after game, if you guys would like to mingle with other students, you can have a relationship encounter. If not, that is up to you.
I mean, it'd be rude to ditch Rosie after she invited us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosie's like,
It was awkward, but he'll hang with you and Rosie.
wow, you guys didn't do so bad. Eco, on the other hand, I've never seen anybody get that many balls in before. That's impressive.
I don't know how I did it either. I guess luck.
I'm kinda clumsy. Sorry.
I mean, you did better than I did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, right now. Oops.
Mel Thor and we'll look at you, Yosef. It's okay, do not worry. We all have the things we are good at. Rampart's like, exactly!
I don't think there's a lot of things I'm good at.
Well, you just haven't found it yet. And this is the perfect place to do so.
College is the chance to discover oneself.
Exactly! Well said, Gulliver. Slams
Well,
his
that's
little
going to
massive
be
hand on your back.
That's going to be disappointing for me, I suspect.
some
That's just
students
fun.
have left.
So what did everyone else want to do now?
Should I eat another sandwich?
This looks worried for you. Doesn't dare say anything.
Go, roll cock an eyebrow at that one.
Alright, as you say this, running out of the kitchen screaming is a dwarf with curly hair saying, "The steam! It's too spicy!" she cries. "It's trying to kill us! Someone please help!" Tavern
Wait, what is too spicy?
The
The
steam!
theme.
Oh,
The tavern is so busy that most of its patrons don't immediately notice Curdy's panic. Tusktooth, who is actually the person who I did not see on this because I was trying to find it.
Seems too spicy.
One second, I swear to God. Tusktooth, the owner of Bow's Head Tavern and Javnish's boss, does notice, but he's momentarily overwhelmed by those students in the overflow seating who are trying to get away from the kitchen as fast as they can. You have to clear a path to the kitchen door, and Curdy needs help.
Well,
So
Yosef's
over this
gonna run in.
area.
Yosef's gonna run forward.
yep, I goes right behind him.
And... He's... pulls out his stick.
Alright, battle music, let's go. Alright. As soon as you have to be in this area.
Oh wait, that area?
Yes. Oh. Sorry about that. As soon as you walk into the kitchen. It says 4 cones. Alright, as soon as you run into the kitchen, you see 4 steam methods flying around the cauldrons. Roll initiative.
That's interesting. I got a notice that says that you wanted to send the result of this.
Don't worry about that.
Remember? Interesting.
That just means Evie didn't open a turn tracker because he's using it differently.
Yeah, I'm doing it by hand.
Wait,
Initiative. Top, middle.
Just above your current hit points. Well, hit maximum technically.
oh yeah. Whoa. You wanted to send the result of this?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Interesting that I didn't get that warning.
Just taking care of initiative. Feel free to chat amongst you. Oh man, you guys did not roll great.
Not
No.
for me.
Yeah.
Except for yourself.
It's weird. He has terrible initiative.
I mean, you got the same amount of initiative as I do.
Oops.
Actually, I think Eco might have disadvantage on initiative. Let me double check. Yeah. Actually, when you have a level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on initiative.
Oh wow, roll another initiative, Nico.
Okay.
That is an
Oh
ability.
my word!
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Hey, it's the same. Cool. Awesome.
It's the same.
To be fair, you could have done much worse.
You say that. but-
Yourself, you run in and you see 4 steamy, sprite-like beings hovering around a cauldron. What do? You're up, buddy.
Well, he's gonna shift. Do, 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 do.
6 temp AC.
HP.
Yeah,
and-
6 temp HP and +1 AC for 1 minute.
Okay. And he will move up here and then over here. And take a swing at blue.
Alrighty, roll the hit. That hits.
Ooh.
Ooh, big damage.
Smack.
Alright, you smack it with your stick. He goes, Question, does anybody speak Primordial?
I do not believe I do.
Hold on, let me see.
What language?
Primordial.
I don't think so.
No.
Yep, my languages are Common and Sylvan.
I have Elvish, Bedalkin, Draconic, and
I have Orokakra, Oron, Common, Elvish. Yeah.
Orin is a kind of primordial, I think.
It
It
is, but it feels more like they're more specialized in that section. Alright, you hear words coming from it, but the orange one is going to spew out some hot steam from its breath. In a 15-foot cone. Yep, it hits Yosef and the other methods, but the methods fail because they're immune to it. So Yosef, I need a dexterity saving throw. That is a save, so you take 3 points of fire damage from the steamy breath.
That's hot!
Blue, on the other hand, is going to come up and claw you. Does a 15 hit you?
Just misses.
Alright, it fails. Gulliver, it's your turn. You see Yosef leap into the fray, your meek friend, who's easily pressured into things, however, is gallantly fighting these steamy boys and took a steam blast to the face.
But it doesn't seem too hurt.
I'd say if this is actually a viable spot or if the table in the way.
It is not.
Not in the way? Not a viable spot?
No.
Okay. I like that. Let me green
That's-
boy here.
We may regret this.
Alright,
Alright.
you see, you come up to this steamy bolt elemental being like,
I'm gonna give him a swing with my longsword.
alright, we'll smack with your sword. That hits.
Roll damage. 11 flashing.
Mac?
You go, smack. Ah! Anything else?
I don't think I have anything yet, is it? Let me check the... Oh, I didn't even bother to ask. What was the ruling on smites? Was that before roll or after?
It's always after.
Always after.
So it's like, hey, I did damage. I like to smite now.
Alright, I'm going to use one of my spell slots and Thunder Smite.
That you have to actually call before.
Oh, that one I...
Yeah, if it's your regular smite, you're fine. But if it's a spell smite, you do have to call it.
I haven't did much with Paladin, so I don't have one.
That's okay.
430. Okay. Oh, I guess Divine Smite then?
That's better.
So we just roll the extra... What is that?
2d8.
2d8?
Yep.
Okay. So...
Man, roll high on it. This might actually kill it.
Which you may regret, but hey.
Alright, you go smite! Smack! And a blinding flash of light hits the steam method. It's still barely hanging on, but it's looking awful. Nico, it is now your turn. You see Yosef and Gulliver rush into the fray. What do you like to do?
Are these things like fire-based, so in the way of is water effective against them?
Roll me an Arcana check. But you do have disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Yes.
This is where that student dice could be helpful.
I can't not get over there. Get dude. There we go. Okay, Arcana.
13. Okay, these, you know, are steam methods. Oh, wait, nope, you don't know anything, actually.
Okay.
I looked at the 13 when I should have looked at the 2. They're some steamy boys.
Okay. Then I'll just try it without knowing it. I'll just create a heavy rain with create or destroy water.
What's the casting time on that?
Good question.
Should be the top of the spell.
Where do you see it?
On your spell thing? Hang on.
One action.
Okay.
Ah. I'll check something real fast.
What should I do?
1 second.
Okay.
Checking Reddit on something. Alright, so what you want to do? Create or destroy water?
Create water, create rain. Kind of heavy rain.
Alright. It is now currently raining in a 30-foot cube.
Yes.
Alright. Is that all you're going to do?
Yes.
Unfortunately, this does not seem to affect these beings.
Okay.
It's now the red one. It's gonna claw you, Yusef.
Oh no!
Does an 18 hit?
It does. I will not do anything to resist it.
Right. Take 3 points of slashing damage and 3 points of fire damage. As it goes, slash!
Yes, it staggers a bit, but seems okay-ish.
Okay, Green Boy's turn. Last gasp. I need a dex save from you, Gulliver. And Eco, you are lucky because you are actually out of range for this.
You said saving throw?
Yes.
Dexterity save.
Oh, you succeed. So you take 2 points of fire damage as this thing spews steamy breath at you. It's basically a Pokemon, it's called. Alrighty, at the top the order. Yusuf, it's your turn. You hurt.
Not too bad though. Yusuf will try.
And it's also currently raining. For some reason.
Let me double check something. Yusuf will cast
Ignore that. I
That's
misclicked.
fine.
Armor of Agathis.
Alrighty. Gulliver and Eco, you see the hardened scales on Yusuf all of a sudden start turning icy.
Ooh. Okay.
And a potion. And
Hmm.
I love this spell.
he will also put Hex on red.
Alrighty, red has been hexed. Also, as a material component, since you needed a cup of water, you literally grab a measuring cup behind you and just let it fill up with rain. That is your turn?
I have an arcane focus, so I don't need an I think I do.
No, I just did that just because it was fun. Like, the environment was perfect for you to just have a cup of water on hand.
Actually, no, I cannot cast Hex, because that's a second level spell.
Okay, never mind. Hex is not a thing yet. Also, man, Night Moon is so nice on Roll20.
It is. I agree.
It is certainly an improvement.
Alrighty. Is that your turn?
Yep, that'll be it.
Okay. Orangey Boy does not get his Steam Breath back. He's gonna go over here to protect his green friend and try to attack you, Gulliver. Does
I'm in danger.
does an 8 hit?
No.
Alright. It is now Blue's turn. It's going to try to hit you. I assume a 10 does not hit.
Nope.
Okay. Gulliver, it's now your turn. Green looks awful. And it's raining.
Same as the first. Let's give him a nice long sword slash.
I'm just going to meta here. Don't use your swing.
Yeah.
That hits. And you kill it. You only have 1 health left.
And now, the fun part.
Oh yeah. I'll do some measurements 1 sec. Here.
I
Fight
believe
me.
it just...
Oh. You are actually out of this, Yosef. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was nice.
Gulliver, as you stab this thing with your sword, it explodes. I need a dexterity saving throw. Ooh. You fail.
Yeah.
You take 7 points of fire damage as steaming water just burns you. Ugh. Is that it?
I don't think I have anything I want to pass the bonus action. No. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Yosef.
Alright, Yosef, you get +2 to AC. All of a sudden, you feel even safer.
AC currently 18. Actually, moderately decent.
Also, okay, so Eco is now raining and it does not seem to be affecting these steaming boys.
Okay, then I'll try Ray of Frost against the red one.
Okay.
That should, yeah, that should. It's a range 60 feet, so it should be good.
Yep.
Okay.
Natural 20. Fantastic. Roll that damage. And it loses 50 to speed.
What should I roll?
Click Ray of Frost in the chat box on the right side. Oh,
Damn it.
God! Okay, that really hurt.
And these are steam methods, so...
Alright. You also see the steam method before you to your left get hit with some frost, and funnily enough, it seems to actually affect it. Alright, Eco, anything else?
No.
Okay. It is Red's turn. And it looks to you, bird boy, and it's going to move towards you. And it can actually reach you despite its movement being decreased. So if you like an attack of opportunity, Yusuf, you can.
Yep.
Alrighty, smack it with your stick. That hits.
Ooh.
You just go, no! Pop! It's still alive, but it's looking awful. And
Sorry!
it's gonna try to hit you, Eco. Does a 7 hit? I'd like to say no.
Armor plus 15.
Yep.
So it should-
Alright, so that's done.
Honestly,
Green...
anything less than 10, unless you've done something real weird.
Yeah. Alright, Green is dead. Round 3. Yusuf, it's now your turn. You feel safer? And it's still raining.
But I saw the guy explode.
I would say no.
He was right behind.
Yeah, but directly behind you is another steam method. And you are currently focused on both blue and red, so your back would be towards it.
Well, that changes what I was gonna do a lot.
Sorry, buddy.
Time for the hard lesson. He's gonna try and finish off blue over here.
Alrighty, smacky smacky. That hits.
Just...
And you managed to kill it. I need a dex saving throw, please.
Yep.
As when your staff hits it, it goes. Hey, you succeed. You take 3 points of fire damage as this thing erupts in steam and burns you.
Still a bit of ice on my scales, though.
Yep. It seems that the ice protected a bit of it, but not all of it.
I just imagine you shining like a disco ball now that you got light and ice.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright, it's Wrench Boy's turn. Wrench Boy is going to Steam Breath you, Yusuf. So another dex save, please.
Smart boy.
That is a fail.
Yep.
You take 7 points of fire damage.
Fire action.
Oh!
I'm gonna use silvery barbs with my one free cast from my initiative.
I don't think that works on this.
Oh, sometimes
Yeah, it's a-
you roll a saving throw.
Oh!
And use the lower roll.
Oh, no, hold on. Triggering creature turn.
So I would just take a worse roll.
Yeah,
This one?
yeah, it has to be lower. And
Keep
it has
on
to-
attacking me with a breath weapon, so
Yep.
is it 7 fire?
Yes,
Oh.
7 fire damage.
Oops.
Yeah. Sorry there, Mace, but Silvery Barb strictly says D20.
You could use it on me, and I would then be, but it wouldn't help me.
Yeah, okay. Oops.
Because this is a saving throw rather than an attack roll.
Yep. And he would take the lower roll, and anything lower or below 5 is 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I haven't used it for saving throw yet in this Reddit.
That's okay. It's a brand new spell. It's all good.
I mean, I'll do it, but it won't help me.
Yeah.
Gulliver, it's now your turn. Your suit looks rough.
Alright.
He looks halfway.
Alright. Gulliver's gonna hop the table.
Athletics check.
Okay, let's see.
And you are not leaving the attack area of Orange Boy, so you look good.
Athletics, you said?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
You just run against the table. Just fall over it.
Alright, you try to hop the table, but you whack your shin instead, and you unfortunately do not make it over.
Okay, fine. No problem.
One more swing.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Fine, I guess. Just. I'm gonna cast. No. Yeah, I'm right. Because my sheet wasn't popping up. Come on.
Be warned, Shield of Faith is a concentration spell.
Yeah.
And you can only have one concentration spell on.
This one's definitely not concentration. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on the method that's closest to Eco.
Ah, the red one. Okay,
Yeah.
DC 13. Save.
A little bit of hurt.
Yeah. Fortunately, it succeeds.
Takes nothing.
Yep.
You take nothing. You lose.
Good day, sir.
Alrighty, is that your turn?
I think that I don't have anything else in bonus action, so. I think so. I'm gonna still do what I was gonna do before this done on myself. I'm gonna use lay on hands for 5 points on myself.
Is that action?
That is
Is it? Ah, shoot. Okay. Never mind.
Maces, dude.
I digress.
Is a paladin.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't do paladin things often.
Paladins are fun though.
Yeah. But, yeah, nothing else for bonus action.
Alright. Eco, you see your friend Gulliver, despite having wings, try to get over a table by jumping and failing. You chuckle a little, but you have a steamy boy in front of you. What do you do?
Another ray of frost on the red one.
That would be with disadvantage.
Yeah, but everything is with disadvantage.
I mean,
Do
do
you
have a
have
melee
Sacred
weapon?
Flame or a weapon?
Do you have
I mean,
claws?
yeah.
Your talons are a weapon.
I do have talents, but isn't that like also with disadvantage? Isn't everything with disadvantage?
No.
Exhausted?
The exhaustion only affects skill check, ability.
Oh, okay.
Level
Attack rolls are not ability.
Level 3 exhaustion is when it starts being really bad.
Okay, then I'll use. I'll swing my mace at it.
Oh, you have a mace. See, you do have a one.
Yeah, I also have light crossbow.
Yeah. So, Kyo, for future reference, if you cast a ranged spell, or in this case a crossbow as well, in close range distance like you are, it will be with disadvantage.
Okay.
It's stupid, but whatever. Because it's like, oh, they could dodge that. How? That hits, by the way.
Okay.
Don't really need to roll the damage.
Yes.
Because they only have 1 health left. And I need a dex saving throw, please. Oh, snap! Natural 20. You know what? Screw it. You don't take any damage. As soon as you smack it and it explodes into steam, like the frozen spell you casted on it seems to contain the explosion. And you take no damage from that. Alright. Yosef, it's now your turn. Only one of these steamy boys are left.
Yeah, and I saw it actually explode that time.
Oh yeah, you did.
So he's going to... Sorry, Gulliver. And he's going to pull back. He'll take an AOL.
Okay. Does a 4 hit?
Nope.
Alright, it misses. He's like, yes! Yeah! Ow.
And then he'll throw... Hex on it. And do Eldritch Blast.
Say the line, Warlock.
Eldritch Blast? Eldritch Blast.
That hits.
Hit the wrong button.
Wow, 14 damage. Holy crap.
And I can do higher.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's not got Hexblade's Curse on it.
It does?
It does not.
Okay. So not yet.
How
Alright,
does it?
so, Gulliver, you see Yossel says, apologizing to you, move away, dodging an attack, and then shooting a beam of energy at this steam boy. It is now your turn.
He was afraid it was going to explode on you. Why he apologized.
Oh, actually, it's the orange boy's turn. My bad.
Uh-oh.
Okay, never mind. Let's not get his weapon back, so he's going to attack you instead. That's a 7. That's not going to hit. Alright, Gulliver, it's your turn now. Face.
With this...
Oh, he moved. Alright, you gonna attack?
Oh shoot! I didn't realize I was muted. Sorry, that's
Alright,
my turn.
so-
You.
So you're just moving?
I mean, it takes an action to disengage, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Yeah, no.
It's
I'll
still
take. I'll,
AOL.
So
yeah, I'll take the AOL.
So you disengage?
No.
So you're taking the attack of opportunity.
Yep.
That's 7. That's not gonna hit.
No.
Alright, what are you gonna do now?
Oh, sevens tonight.
Alrighty. Now I'm gonna.
Still have your action.
Yep. And I'm gonna this time cast Sacred Flame.
Alright. Dexterity saving throw. It rolled a 13, so unfortunately it succeeds.
Dang.
Or 13, not 14.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
well.
Eco!
Gulliver's gonna say they
You
got.
can use silvery barbs now, I think.
I thought it had to be a creature. I thought I couldn't target myself.
No,
You're targeting it.
You're targeting the
Target-
creature to fail its saving throw.
Oh. Well,
This is
yeah,
how
thank
you
you. Yes, please.
Silvery barbs on
Alright,
deck.
silvery barbs! Who are you going to give advantage to?
Advantage
If you
to.
could click the description again.
Yeah. Let me.
No,
Hold on.
don't bother. Freaking failed. It rolled a natural 1. It's dead.
Well, let's give Eco some advantage to kind of mitigate that dodging.
Well, it's dead now as you cast
Fine.
Sacred Flame. It goes whoosh.
See just a little bit of resistance, son. No.
Yeah, so in the next minute you could roll one with advantage on something.
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, does coffee heal exhaustion?
Oh.
Let's see. I'll
Shoot,
get to that
wait.
in a bit. As of right now, stuff is now happening. Sorry.
Yes, but I have good idea.
Tulk runs in. He's like, "Is everybody okay?"
Olive.
Seems the situation
Sure.
has been contained.
Here, he gives you a potion of healing. Yosef.
Thanks. I'll live, probably. Just need to catch my breath.
Gulliver will walk over to Yosef. Come on, get out of the way. There we go. Okay. Over to Yosef. Pat him on the shoulder. You did a good job. And then just use all 10 of my lay on hands on him.
I only need 8, so.
I found out what the Curdy specials were.
Oh well.
One is Garden Surprise, the other is Manchester's Delight, macaroni and sausages, and rat ratatouille. No one knows what the ingredients are used in this dish, by the way. Also, finally found it. Tolk, the bulk tusk tooth, is a orc.
Ah.
He is large, burly.
Large?
Yeah, he's nearly 7 feet. And you know that he is not so good with misbehavior. He frowns on it. And he's also really good friends with Javanash. Alright, so the orc comes in. Talk. He asks if everybody's okay. He gives you a healing potion, noticing that you are injured, Yosef. And Gulliver, he notices that you're injured too and gives you another healing potion.
Did I?
Yeah, you got hurt.
Oh, gave me a healing potion. Oh.
Yeah, you
I
got.
thought you said-
So
yeah.
these potions of healing are 2d4 plus 2.
Just regular old potion of healing.
Yep.
You have any potions in our inventory already? I don't think so.
I think Eco has that because they walked into the swirl during the scav.
Oh, yeah. I do have one. What should I do with it?
Nothing.
Okay.
So I see you guys managed to take care of the problem. Thank you.
No problem. Just didn't want anyone else to get hurt.
Yeah, sometimes Curdy's culinary experiments go awry, so chaos in this kitchen is unheard of. Curdy walks up. I swear they were not part of any new recipe testing and came out of nowhere from my cauldron.
Go over and inspect the cauldron.
Alright, I would like a perception check, please.
Sure.
Anybody else would like
Sure.
to inspect it?
11.
That's a cauldron.
I'll try to.
Hey,
This will look.
9 for Eco.
Nope, she has well, they have an advantage.
On what?
And it casts out, so it's a 20.
Fantastic then. Alright, Eco and Yosef, you notice this is the black... that there's... one second. The same... The cauldrons have the same oily black substance that you've seen belched out by the frogs. And for Yosef, you notice that it's also the trunk during the orientations.
Yosef will stick the end of his quarterstaff in to try and pull a little bit up so it's easier to see.
It is black and oily.
This stuff again. Why do they keep finding it? And keep doing stuff?
Maybe someone is sabotaging the school.
Who would want to do that, though?
I don't know.
One of the many magic unguents, says Tolk, used on campus may have been corrupted. We'll look into it, though.
That sounds like a really big problem.
That should probably be handled by staff rather than students. Ideally.
Yeah, we'll look into it, don't worry. Thanks for taking care of those steam methods, though.
No problem.
Hate to see someone else get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a challenge and we were fit for the task.
Yes, then the next time you're here, food will be on the house. Just once,
Ooh,
though.
nice.
Maybe next time I'll try the chefs. special then.
I can't fly. How would I get up there?
It means free, boy.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. Sometimes people don't understand my form of vernacular and my do-si-do.
Isn't that a dance?
Yes.
Many people say that a conversation is a dance, so makes sense in a way.
Alright, so we're actually getting close to wrapping up this section. You have another test to do if you want to keep going, or would you like to hold off for next time?
I'm not gonna jump away yet, but we can wrap if that's easier for you.
How about you, Kyo?
I'm fine with both.
Since we do this so rarely, let's push.
Alright. So as the night ends, you guys go back to your dorms. Have a good rest.
First thing that Gulliver will do is double check the frogs.
Your frog, Violet the Champion, and the other one. I don't
The other one that
remember.
mysteriously appeared.
It's not.
Yeah, Gulliver will very much so cock an eyebrow. I swear I had one. And stare intently at both frogs.
Echo's just whistling in a corner.
Nothing seems to have happened since you got them. Oops.
Well,
wrong map.
they kind of snuck it into the enclosure. I don't know about the other one.
And everybody is now fully rested. Your HP is reset. Your spell slots are reset.
And
Nico,
exhaustion.
you realize that they didn't talk about the sudden rainstorm in their kitchen, so it looks like you got scot-free for that one.
I mean,
Well.
it was covered in steam and stuff anyway. No one knows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shifty eye, shifty eye.
Who knows? Maybe they set off the fire of right. Not about to say.
Just condensation water.
Yeah, it's not like there's smoke detectors in there or something, which is a serious code violation. But hey, this is magic school. There are walking fire extinguishers.
Makes me wonder if there is actually a fire system in place.
It probably is. Whether or not this book discusses it, I'll find out eventually.
I know for a fact there isn't magic, if this borrows that much from magic.
It does. So.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so a few days after, like at least 2 days after the incident in the Bo's Head Tavern, you learn that you have a new exam in your magical physiologies class about owlbears.
Owl bears?
Yes.
Oh, bears with wings.
If you would like, cause let's see.
At least it's not owlbear man.
Man, bear, owl.
Where's magical physiology? I don't have it. Never mind. Oh, it's like I'm gonna go random again. So this is now. So they gave you a day to prepare. So this is now the studying phase once again. Need to. Second, I need to bring that back up. Wasn't really expecting you guys to keep pushing, but that's okay. I'm fine. More D&D. Yes! Alright, so this is the studying phase. To reiterate, this is when the characters and players are going to be studying. They can either pull an all-nighter. However, they will gain 1 level of exhaustion at the start of the exam. They can study together, or they can skip studying. Who would like to do what?
Yus would like to study together, but he's a little uncertain who to ask.
Ika, what would you like to do? I have a feeling I know what it is. Alright, Ika is skipping studying.
Once again.
If you're game for it, Yosef, you can study again together.
Sure. Let's try.
Would you like to bring an NPC along with you?
What are our options for this class?
Well, unfortunately, I don't remember who was in it. So, pick one
Oh,
from the groups that you have been in.
have anyone else in mind, Yosef, to invite?
It's about bears, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Iko's somewhere playing his kazoo somehow.
Yes. Like hanging from a tree like a bat, just because you can, and playing his kazoo head over.
Did we know an owl? Or three?
You do
I
know
know-
an owl.
I know there was Mafinda, but she's a professor.
Do we know an owl or three?
Shivardi Glintmantle.
Yep, he's an owlin.
Maybe we should ask them.
That sounds like a
Show us-
well idea.
Ah, yes,
Like,
going the racist route. I'm sorry.
It's going to racist route.
Oh man.
I'll
They're others or something. Maybe.
Sounds great. Allow me to ask them.
All right, Shuvadri Glintmantle.
Hello, Shivadri.
Ah, hello there, Gulliver.
We're forming a study group. I was wondering if you would like to join us.
I would enjoy that. Who else is joining us?
Yosef will be overjoyed. He had recommended you personally.
Oh, that's nice. Bertus. Oh my god. Jeez. I might make a character now named that. Thank you, Keo.
And the worst part, I have the name. The name was already before I turned it into that. Was already a pun from the Owl House, where he's called Albert, and I put the bear in there now as well.
Is it alright if I gather a couple more people?
I don't see the problem with that.
Fantastic. I will grab. Let's see. That's not it. There we go. Let's see. He's going to grab Rampart. I need to add the A because it's. I accidentally forgot it, so it's Ramp.
Rank.
And he's going to ask. Let's see. Lorena hasn't been doing so good, so he's going to grab her. All right, Yosef, you are in the Biblioplex, and you see Gulliver return with Shuvardi, Lorene, and Rampart.
I had a few more willing participants, if you're okay with that, Yosef.
It's fine.
Excellent.
Alright, so you guys get advantage on your studying phase. How would you like to learn about the owlbears? Would you like to pour
You
over the
first.
books, create a series of spoken mnemonic devices, or check to create reminding gestures or practice any physical components that are part of the course? So that one is a bit more towards spellcasting.
Think I'd pour over the books. Gulliver would look for the normal diet of a owlbear in their natural habitat.
Alright, so Gulliver, I need a history check with advantage.
Ooh. History, just for me. Okay, the click, it's lingering. Okay, give it a couple seconds and try again. There we are.
Not bad.
Okay, 1 second. Uh, 16. One moment. Ah, yes. You succeed. You see that owlbears are carnivorous. And they love meat. Their diet is meat.
Hmm.
It's very simple to learn. And because of that, you get 1 reroll during your test.
Huh. Reroll during test.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Yosef, how are you going to study?
He's not so great at books, but he's not sure if trying to compose a song again is a good idea. I think he'll try to.
Oh, by the way, Kyo, your D4 for your study dice comes back.
Nice.
So same with you, Mace, if
Yep.
you used it.
Now here's a question. Can I use my study dice during tests?
If depending on the check, yes.
Ah, okay.
But in the end, he sort of decides to sort of compose a poem about them.
All right.
Sort of a song, but not necessarily musical.
Hit me with that performance check then.
Not as catchy as the last time, but it's
You
pretty
didn't
good.
do as good. Unfortunately, you don't get a reroll.
I thought we had advantage on our study checks.
Oh, you
Right,
do!
remember? Yep.
Right, I am so sorry. Thank you for catching that. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's not as amazing as your previous one, but you know what?
Serviceable.
It's still pretty darn good. You have a poem, you do get a reroll.
Yeah.
I'm real sorry about that.
Just make sure.
Oh, thank you for catching that. If I miss it, please, for the love of God, players, point it out. I'm begging you.
I was just making sure.
There's a lot to keep track of in this module. I was working on the group projects, so I'm making a curriculum for a game about a fake school. This is my life now. Awesome! Alright, so the next day is testing phase. Before the test, however, you hear a little bit of gossip if you would like to do a perception check to overhear.
Ooh, gossip sounds fun.
Yeah,
Which one was it?
perception.
Perception.
It's gonna be really low. Yeah, you can all pass.
Yosef's not really trying to listen, but he's just sort of trying to stay out of the way and being quiet so that no one really pays attention.
Oh, this is technically after, but we'll do it now because why not? Let's see. Joseph, you hear that the Play Actors Drama Guild has combined the hide of a bear and an owl head taxidermy to create a weird owlbear prop. Gulliver, you hear that someone wants to summon and control a real young black dragon on stage. Though, there's no way that will work.
That can't possibly go wrong.
I know, right?
That sounds like they're back in trouble.
Eco, you overhear Shuvardi saying that a prop for this year's festival uses flashes and lights to simulate a gaze attack, just like a basilisk. That is very interesting. Alright, so now it's test phase. Second, you gotta make sure teacher is pretty sure it's Ferelda still. Yeah, it's still Ferelda. Alright, as the dry Ferelda materializes in front of the class, she proceeds to say, "Okay, class, it's time for the exam about the owlbears. If you would please turn to page 22 and start filling out the fill in the bubble sheets. That would be great. You have 2 hours." Finals. Alright, so first up, multiple choice. I would like for Sume and Mace first. Eco will do you last because you're cheating. I'm sure.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Okay, we'll do you last again. I need a nature check for Gulliver and Yusef. Whew!
No, I'll save my reroll.
Yusef, you pass. All right, so you remember the poem, both Yusuf and Gulliver, because I'm sure Yusuf taught it to you during the group study session. And you're like, oh yes, it's like owlbear's fluffy, check. Owlbear's part bear, part owl, check. Are owlbears monstrosity or creatures? Monstrosities. Were they created or were they natural? Created. Do they eat meat? Yes. Yusuf, you were a little apprehensive, but your poem came through. Congratulations. You guys get a student dice for nature.
Sweet.
And the last one, I need a animal handling check
Animal handling. Okay.
for just Yusuf and Gulliver. Because again, Eco, I'm sure you're cheating.
Yes.
Okay. That was animal handling.
Yes.
Oh,
Gotta reroll that.
Alright, reroll for Yusuf.
once.
Oh.
But I'm good with this. I'm good with this, though.
Gulliver!
Oh, well. You get one.
Yusuf, unfortunately, you did okay, but due to forgetting your poem and not remembering properly, you failed on the exam question for the short essay of taming, training, and handling owlbears. Gulliver, you remember that owlbears are aggressive and often ill-tempered carnivores. So you have to be extremely careful in order to approach them. Preferably by cub first, not in adults. Although they're not naturally drawn to cupcakes and muffins, these foods are known to quell an owlbear's foul temper, however. Which is very weird. And for the best training methods, the training must mimic exactly what the trainer wishes them to do, crawling on one's hands, and knees is often the best way to teach an owlbear to be a mount, for an example. And funnily enough, you know that an owlbear... Shivaldi actually pointed this out, that the cry of an owlbear sounds like an owl with terrible indigestion. Though, owls don't suffer from indigestion, so... If you hear that, that's an owlbear, not an owl. Alrighty. Eco.
Oh god.
You are cheating.
Yeah.
I need a deception check and a sleight of hand. Deception first. Well, it doesn't matter. Both of them first, really.
Oh
Oh. Alright. Okay. Keo, unfortunately, you are caught cheating. You are looking at Shuvardi's paper, and Varelda notices you and walks up to you. I'm sorry, Eco, what are you doing? Are you cheating?
Maybe.
Give me your paper, please.
He hands over his paper.
I'm sorry, but you have failed this test.
Okay.
Please attend tutoring afterwards. And I better not see you do this again.
I mean, depends how much I like to study next time, you know?
I see you do not take this seriously. If we do catch you again, you will be sent to the detention bog.
Is it as bad as the detention one from the Owl House what is just a big monster, or
You
is
don't
this
know.
an actual detention?
You don't know.
It's a bog. It's probably not fun.
Yeah.
But you might get one of those things you want.
Also, Sume, I found out what happens if you fail an exam, so I'll get to that later.
Oh no.
Well, this works too because Kyo just failed. Alright, so Gulliver, you get a student dice for nature and animal handling, whereas Gulliver, you passed, and you get a student dice in nature checks.
You mean Yosef?
Yes, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, nature and animal. Okay.
Alrighty, so because I just now found this because I was really looking for it. If a character fails an exam, Strixhaven's bylaws require them to attend tutoring with a junior faculty member until they achieve at least a passed exam in a different exams encounter. This does not count for Yosef because he just passed. The tutoring can be narrated through role-playing, or you must simply inform the player of this result. A student who must attend tutoring can't take part in any extracurriculars or jobs until they achieved at least a passed exam during one of the academic year's exam encounters. The character thus loses any benefits from extracurriculars or jobs, and the player should indicate the suspension on their tracking sheet. So,
Okay.
it doesn't matter too much because you guys
Not
don't
this
have
time.
a job or a club. But Kyo, do keep in mind you will be being tutored.
Okay.
Whether or not you show up, that's up to you.
I'm just sending dramaturg illusion in there.
You can technically do that. Alright,
I mean, you're here, so you gotta care to some degree, right?
I mean.
It doesn't have to be the biggest of degrees, but it's in there somewhere.
Alright, I think this is a good time to end. Because the next one has a lot more stuff for me to prep and whatnot.
Mhm.
So, thank you all for coming. For the YouTube people, you can follow me at Twitter at Ebia Gaming and Twitch at Ebia7, lowercase Ebia, number 7. I stream primarily on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, though probably a bit more now that I am now looking for a new job. Until then, good night, everybody.
Bye bye.
Good night.